Shipping anxiety, anybody? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and help you boys and girls assemble this. Well, maybe. What's up, everybody? It's Gary here and Dave. And today on our wonderful episode here, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna go ahead and try to assemble this. Now, myself, I'm not a mechanic. You know, really, I sometimes put a couple of things together, maybe some kids' toys, you know, but over the years. Anyways, we're going to see if someone like myself and Dave over here, the master mechanic, can go ahead and assemble this. Now, he really is a mechanic on that, but anyways, come a little closer, check this out. So this is the Qg214. This one is made by Coolster here. And basically, we're going to try and put this sucker together with our bare hands. So maybe, what do we have here, Dave?
So for a basic starter set, you really only need basic tools. If you want to spend $1,000, get yourself a Snap-on impact and Snap-on electric ratchet. Not sponsored by Snap-on, by the way.
This thing is $1,000?
Put it down before you break it.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave that there.
Okay, so really all you need is some side cutters to cut zip ties and wire ties. An adjustable wrench can take the place of all these others. If you want wrench specific, a 13 millimeter, a 14 millimeter, and a 17 millimeter. Feel free to stop by your local Home Depot or any place that's not out of business.
Sears?
Nope, they are out of business. A ratchet will replace these tools right here. This is all you need: a 14 millimeter socket, a 13 millimeter socket, a number 5 Allen key.
I'm not gonna remember any of this.
And a number 6. Well, luckily we're making a webisode.
Perfect. So maybe you guys could go ahead and reverse or rewind, whatever. So what are we gonna do? Start opening.
There we go. Keep this off the side.
Well, there you go. Check that out. Pretty easy. Comes in the crate here. Not too bad. I assume we could use these. What do we have?
Side cutters or zip ties. These crates are bolted together. As we've gone over with tools, you just need a 14 millimeter socket and a 14 millimeter wrench.
Now this one, look, if you see it, I mean, it comes pretty packaged pretty well, but come a little closer. Check this out. You see this? This little sticker here, you know, it's got a little bump and bruise on it. When you guys receive your item, always make sure that it's in good working, good standing condition as far as the crate. If there's any questions, always give us a holler. But like I said, I've never put one of these together but a few times, and we're going to try and see what we can do here.
Here, can I get your help lift this crate up? Let's not scratch the body. Okay.
Beautiful. Next.
Get out your trusty side cutters again. As you can see, there'll be multiple things zip tied in. The handlebars are zip tied. The pedals are zip tied down. There's also a main zip tie here back holding the rear tire down. Got another one here on the other side for the pedal, and then some tape and plastic.
Oh guys, check this out. See what it says? It also says, ride for 30 minutes at a slow speed, approximately 5 to 10 miles per hour. This is very, very important, boys and girls. You always want to make sure you change that oil, otherwise you blow the motor, and that's going to be a problem.
For the unit.
Also, you've got your nice MSO right there. You've got toolkit. Let's try to, you think we could maybe assemble it with that? We could give it a shot.
We're going to give it a shot. We got a screwdriver, we got a 5 or 6 Allen key, a spark plug socket, and some extra nuts.
What do those look like they're for?
I'm not sure. We'll see if we can get them to work, though. As I said before in the beginning of the video, you might want to bring your own tools for this one.
Like I said, guys, boys and girls, always go to Sears. Check it out.
Sears is out of business.
I thought they were closed. I don't know. Anyway. What's next?
Okay, so once you remove all the bubble wrap and all that, you can really kind of get a look at what you got and start assembling. I recommend working from the front to back or back to front. You will have to put one shock on. The shock bolt for that shock is already installed in the shock itself. So if you're looking for this, it will be in the shock or in the holder.
It's just not like a low rider dirt bike.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there you go. All right.
So let's start assembling from front to back.
Where's the gas cap?
The gas cap is included in the box you got
Oh, right over there.
with our handlebar bolts We got our gas cap right here with breather tube. And all the hold downs you need right here.
How do I look? Pretty cool, right? What do you think?
Not as cool as your kids are gonna look.
That's right.
When they're riding this on Christmas.
After you get one.
Okay, so for the handlebars, it's pretty simple. I would recommend loading your bolts up first. These blocks are the risers for underneath the handlebars themselves. So as you put those down, you'll see that there's some rib areas here. That is for extra friction and grip on the handlebars. So be sure to get those rib areas underneath the clamps.
Ow. And stay steady with that camera. All right.
So once these are in, you'll notice in the bag of tools, we have 4 nuts.
4 nuts.
These nuts right here are going to be for the handlebars. So feel free to just get those hand tight right away. So you don't lose them. They are 13 millimeter. And then we can go ahead to our Chinese toolkit, take that out and see
Where's
if we
that
get
at?
to work.
Let me go look. So what do we have here?
So let's put it to the test. First tool right away, grab that Allen key and put it in the handlebars.
Okay, this one, let's tighten it up. Ouch, and look, I already started bleeding. I don't know. So anyways, guys and gals, it doesn't even fit. What, this Allen key literally doesn't even fit. So what well, obviously, I don't even know. This same thing, what are we supposed to?
Supply your own tools.
Garbage, throw it right in the garbage, right to Sears, straight there to Craftsman, great brand.
Not Sears, they're closed.
Not, oh man, I keep forgetting that.
So take your 13 wrench and your number 6. You want to get that loaded in there. Put your wrench underneath and tighten down. Do not fully tighten down all the way. Just enough. Seem to hold down in place.
Pretty tight to me.
We're going to go with German torque specs for the video. Good and tight.
Good and tight.
Once you check to make sure your handlebars are tight.
Now, some people are going to rip on us for using an impact there. They're going to say it strips.
If you can, remember, I am a seasoned mechanic. I use a lot of impacts. It takes a lot less time. I do recommend using a ratchet if you're unfamiliar with power tools. Torque specs on these are usually generally pretty low, 10 to 20 foot-pounds maximum, or 50 newton meters. If you don't have a torque wrench.
Newton meter.
That's about it. So you can check it with a ratchet. Same thing. If you're not comfortable with a power tool, don't use a power tool.
Pretty cool. Well, so far we've got the handlebars on. Now, as you guys saw, it came with all the wires, so we didn't even have to do anything. You have your throttle connected, your brake. What else? Your rear brake, everything else. What's next?
Next, we're going to go right to the tire. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to take the nut off, and this is the axle bolt. This is not for packing. This is your axle bolt. Do not throw this away. Same with the spacers. Large spacer is for the brake caliper side. Short spacer is for the outside of the wheel. Can you go from there?
Yeah.
So go ahead and remove your axle bolt. You can just push it through, give a little lift on the front of the unit, and it should pull right out just like so.
Look at that. Well now, wait a minute, because I know sometimes people call and say, hey, I don't know what to do with the front shock because it was gone. I have nothing there. Well, because sometimes what they do is they throw away that bolt.
Yes.
So
do not throw away your front axle bolt. It is very important. That axle bolt is also used for packing, but it is the axle for your front tire.
yes.
So you will need that. It's very hard to find.
One thing I definitely do know. So do not throw this away like I just threw away the tool here.
So once we're at this point, we have the front axle bolt out. We want to lift the unit itself so we can get underneath the front tire. For us, we've supplied ourselves a milk crate. Just like that, should be fine. If you have a jack or floor jack or anything like that, you want to make sure that when you're setting this up,
Oh, you want the whole thing in here?
let's put the whole thing up.
All right.
Because you need to have room for the tire.
Gotcha.
Okay, if you want to come down here, I'll show you a real important thing. Right here in the brake caliper itself, it comes with a plastic spacer. This plastic spacer needs to be removed before the tire can be installed.
Guys, I think that's pretty important right there. Always remove that spacer, whatever it is.
Do not squeeze the brake handle in between this point.
Oh, really?
If you squeeze the brake handle, you will compress the brake here, and then you will need to open the bleeder screw and readjust your brake, because
you'll cause lots of confusion.
you'll cause confusion, you'll cause installation issues, you also cause a large delay. So installing this is pretty simple. Get your tires lined up in between the forks. This large spacer, as we described before, is for the brake side. It is specific. So I start my bolt right through just like this.
The brake side.
On the brake side. So go ahead and push. See how I have that bolt coming through? It kind of gives us a space. So that's where it's going to go, right in between here.
There you go.
So that is what that spacer's for. So let's line it up. We got our brake caliper. Okay, we're going to install that bolt. We're going to take this spacer, we're going to put it in between the fork and the rim, and we're going to kind of wiggle the bolt to get it through. Once we get it through, you can go ahead and install that tire and kind of twist and wiggle, and it should go all the way through. Now if you want to come over here to the other side, you can see right here the bolt is starting to come through. So at this point now we want to take this secondary spacer, go ahead and push the bolt through to grab the spacer, and then like so. See that? Spacer's there. Now go ahead and push the remaining bolt through, take your nut, thread it onto the end with your hand.
Sounds good. Let's reseat this.
You know what, if we want
Why
to,
don't we take the crate off?
Let's get it off.
Yeah, there we go. Pull it up. All right, you want to pull the crate out? There we go. Now, still not the kickstand yet, right?
Yes, at this point you can have the kickstand installed or down. And just to keep safety measures, you want to tighten down your front axle bolt right away.
Guys, so far, all we've done, we've taken this thing out of the crate and basically we're putting one bolt on and then another 4.
Yes,
the
so
handlebars.
at this point the main installation will be your front tire with this front bolt and your 4 handlebar bolts.
Pretty simple.
So go ahead and take your 14 millimeter socket and your 17 millimeter wrench. You can use a ratchet if you don't have an impact. And just tighten that down right there.
Check that out. Look at that.
Okay, so one big safety thing you need to do before you take your unit for its first initial drive. Once you have the tire installed, the axle bolt is tightened down. You want to squeeze this brake handle a few times to get the fluid all the way down to the caliper and make sure you have proper braking. So make sure you squeeze the handle before you take it for your first drive.
Look at that. Check it out. Okay, what's next?
What's next, we'll come onto the back here. As I said, we're working front to back. We're going to go ahead and install this bolt in the rear shock. So go ahead and remove this nut and bolt, just like this. And then if you need help, have somebody help you out. And you can see it will sit right into this little channel here. If you can lift up a little bit more, good. Perfect. And with my hands, I'm able to just install that bolt straight through. Okay.
Cool. Pretty simple so far.
Come back, get your 13 millimeter socket again, your 14 millimeter wrench, and just like that, good and tight.
Is it German?
That is German for good and tight.
There you go. Next, I'm going to go ahead and install the gas cap. Simply twist it to the right.
At least he helped.
That's it. That's it. See? I told you I would.
So with these Qg214s, they do not come with the battery as they do not need it. So at this point now, we can just install accessories and fenders and fairings. Yes.
Pretty much so far, we've put on one shock in the back with one bolt and nut. We've put 4 bolts and nut on the front here. Well, actually, these are Allen. And then 1 bolt in the front. So again, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've got a total of 6 nuts and bolts we basically installed so far. And we're pretty much almost done. What do you guys think? I don't know, to me it seems pretty easy.
So far, pretty easy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's just a couple more things. This front fender here, there are 3 Allen bolts underneath. You will need your number 5 Allen at this point. Go ahead and just loosen those up. I'm going to use a ratchet just to show that they're not too tight and it's very easy. Once you break them loose with your ratchet, go ahead and loosen them up and take them completely out. Fast forward this part.
Yeah, this part we might, let's go on, move on to the next.
All right, so once you have your 3 bolts out, go ahead.
Take the saran wrap off.
Take the saran wrap off, as you will need these clear for the top plate right here.
Here, check this out.
So there's 3 holes right here. It's gonna come up straight up through the bottom.
Where's the number plate?
The number plate.
Oh, it's right there.
Cool. So if you're into racing, you got yourself a number plate, which will bolt right on top of this front fender.
Oh, you know what? I threw that Allen key away. Oh, here it is on the floor. Maybe I'll go ahead and see if this, finally, we're gonna be able to use this somewhere.
Luckily, they supplied it for free.
Yes. This, oh, by the way, if you order today, we'll throw it in for free. Isn't that what they all say? I don't know. All right. So I'm gonna try and install this while Dave's over there doing that.
These do not have to be tight by any means, so I actually recommend using hand tools or a ratchet.
See that? War wound right there. War wound.
One
I didn't even do anything. All he did was put on a gas cap. He's all over the place. So I assume this goes like this. Wait, this isn't tight. Should we tighten that maybe?
We can tighten that, but what I will say first is if you're looking at this, you want to take these little 6mm nuts off first. They are very difficult to get to if you put the base plate on first.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Doing your war wound.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and pop that on. What about this? Tighten that first
I
or
would
what?
leave this loose because you will have to adjust this in order to get it to slip underneath the back.
I haven't been around the block as many times as Dave has, so you know. I don't know what I'm doing here. So you're gonna line those suckers up right there, screw them right in, and I don't know. Let's see how long this is gonna take. Need to figure it out. Ooh, I got one. I mean, now the problem is I'm screwing this in and I don't know, I'm not gonna be able to get this that tight because again, I can't get any torque on it. Maybe I gotta go to Sears and grab some more tools there.
Sears is not in business. I'm gonna have to talk to them.
With JCPenney?
I think they're going out. But say for wholesale, one comes for free in the package.
Oh, yes, just one? I mean, how generous.
That's for you here.
Wins. I can't get this in.
So this is a good reason why we leave the front bracket loose.
Yes.
There we go. I will make sure to get him a participation trophy after the episode.
That's it. Extra bonus here. All right, I tighten that in with my hand. It'll probably vibrate off in about 5 minutes, but at least it's on there for now. Next.
So while I'm gonna bolt up this little bracket here. This little C-clip you see is just for cable management. Sometimes these cables will get in your way. So right here you can just take them and I'll install this. While Gary, if you'd like to put some gas in, and we can get this thing started.
Wow, yeah.
We are already to the gasoline.
Oh, well see, I installed the gas cap and now I gotta uninstall it. Oh, by the way, they usually come with these things too. This is the, what is it, breather tube?
Breather tube, yes.
Right, cap.
Right, make sure that's on here. once you guys put the gas in.
Look at that, we've got gas going right in there.
Check it out. That's enough.
All right.
Well, edit this part out. You see the magically done.
He says he's a master mechanic and he's dropping stuff everywhere. Well, at least he's not bleeding.
At least I'm not bleeding. I'm cut. So it looks like I had the good joke.
You want me to hold it? Boys and girls, okay, on the motor, I do know this. Up is choke and down is run. Okay, so again, up is choke, down is run. And then look at this, check this out right here. You got on and off. Always make sure, obviously you want to make sure, see that this says fuel. Right there, fuel. Fuel. Check this one out. Like I said, when you get it now, you see this green here. I think we've got some other colors, maybe some red, some black, some blue. You know, lots of different colors here. And yeah, so if you're not a very big fan of what, Monster or whatever, I would grab one of these. It's pretty cool. For a starter bike, not bad. Check out some of the other dirt bikes that we got over there.
So once you finish wrapping up your cable management C-clip, we have the gas in there. As Gary's already said, you want to make sure that your fuel is on right here. And you have your choke. Your choke lever is up to start and down to run. Once it is in the down to run position, you will see that it makes clear this is a carb adjuster for your idle. So that is unadjustable when the carburetor is in the up position. So remove it from choke, and as you can see right there, that little adjusting screw becomes available.
Next, what's this?
So
Kill
once
switch?
This is your kill switch right here. Once you approach the bike, go ahead, put your hand on the brake, turn your kill switch on. Put your kickstand up. I like to roll it back and forth, make sure I'm in neutral. Neutral is 4 clicks up with your left foot.
And then when you want to start it, always put it, what, in choke?
In choke.
Up. Up is choke. Up is choke, down is run.
So generally right out of the crate, it may take you a few kicks to get it started. So don't feel discouraged if you have it a couple times to get it going.
Oh, look at that. First kick. That's better than it.
Once you hear it sounds like it wants to start, go ahead and take the choke off. Just like that.
Bring it out. Okay. Check this out. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and adjust the side of the hair up because it's running just a little low. Look at that. We turned it up to make it run like a champ. Check it out. What are you boys and girls?
That's right, cool throttling not included.
The what?
Cool throttling.
Oh yeah, that gas. So, keep in mind, all you need is limited tools. As you saw, basically, I probably could have assembled this myself. If you need any tools, please do not ask us. We don't sell them. Also, that Allen key, I was able to use it in one spot, okay? Everything else I would pretty much throw right in the garbage. So, anyways, that's all I have to say for today, and on this webisode that we have here. I don't know. Dave, what do you think?
I think these are a great buy and build for new dirt bikers. If you have somebody who wants to get into dirt bikes,
New dirt biker,
if they're familiar, is that a pro term?
motocrosser,
Motocrosser?
I don't know,
Rider? Somebody who wants to get involved, a 125cc dirt bike is a great way to get them started. Novice rider.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect gift for Christmas. Green like the tree, fit right under it.
Hey, green beans go. Go ahead and grab one. Check it out. Decide for yourself and let us know. On the next video, maybe we'll go ahead and try to ruin one out in the back. Until next time.